God leads him back and forth among the bones, back and forth. And he says they aren't newly dead. These were very dry. When something hurts in the bones, when someone says, I'm cold to the bone, they're saying, I'm cold deep. I'm hurting deep. See, when God takes you to the bones, what's he saying? I'm taking you to the deep. I know you thought the deep was gonna be fun, but we're going to the deep pain. We're going to the deep problem. We're going to the reality of what is, and what really was for the people of God is that they had failed God, and this is what they looked like, the bones. And God brings Ezekiel there. You see, this is where we get offended. This is where we deal with the real us, because we sign up to be called. We sign up to be chosen, and we get a picture of what that looks like. And then God, in his great honor and great love, trusts us with the bones. And we go, God, I didn't sign up for the bones. And to the level that you believed, and to the level that you received, to that degree, we get offended at God. And we say, God, I didn't sign up for all this. I remember so many times in my room being offended. God, I thought you called me to plant the church that would bring revival to LA. I did, but it just doesn't look like what you thought it would look like. Oh, you thought you were God. Oh, you thought you had it all down. You thought I was gonna tell you the whole story? No, I knew you wouldn't come if I told you what it was really at. I knew you wouldn't come if you knew it was a 10-year journey before you even got a building. I knew you wouldn't come, Jeremy, if you knew you had to live off of food stamps for a while. I knew you wouldn't come if you knew the brokenness and the hurt and the gossip and the backbiting. I knew you wouldn't come if you realized I knew you wouldn't come. So I didn't tell you everything, but that doesn't mean I'm not God of everything. God brings you to the bones. Anybody had a moment where you got offended at God because he promised you something and you are in what he promised? It just doesn't look like what you thought it would look like. Because when you said rise up an army, I thought they were already an army. I didn't realize it was dead. Let's just say it like this. When we said I do, everything looked great. Until 3 weeks later, I don't. And you could trade your bones for different bones, but at the end of the day, it's all just bones. New job, awesome, no bones in this. Oh. New job, different time, same bones. I'll just get away from these bones and go over here, and God's like, oh, no, I brought you to these bones on this side of the valley. You can hop churches, you can hop relationships, you can hop jobs, you can hop marriages, but you're gonna find out God's gonna keep bringing you to the bones, because he loves you enough to call the prophet out of you. He loves you enough to call the warrior out of you. He loves you enough to begin to speak life over the bones that he's brought you to so they become an army. And he says to Ezekiel, can these bones live?